When you think of 1984, do you think of the George Orwell novel that's becoming scarily accurate? Or do you think of the decade of decadence that was one big party, filled with big hair, shredding guitars and uncensored fun? Well, here is why 1984 was a great year for rock music on this week's episode from the Rock Crew. At number 10, Yngwie Malmsteen's first studio album, Rising Force. The young Swedish guitar virtuoso turned the guitar world upside down with his neoclassical style of hard rock. Shredding from start to finish, this album packs a punch, with hits like Black Star and Far Beyond the Sun, but the hidden gem for me on this album is the song Evil Eye. At number 9, Sammy Hagar's V.O.A, the 8th studio album from the Red Rocker, released in July 1984. This was his last solo album before joining the mighty Van Halen and is packed with some serious tunes. The standout track is I Can't Drive 55, a fist-pumping anthem that became a staple of the Van Halen setlist. But it also has some hidden gems, my favourite being Two Sides of Love. So get yourself a copy of this album because there's only one way to rock. At number 8, W.A.S.P by W.A.S.P. Hollywood shock rockers, famous for throwing raw meat into the crowd, hit the charts with their debut self-titled album. Probably their most well-known song, the controversial Like a Beast, was deleted from the album prior to its release thanks to the PMRC, later being released as a single though. But this album does not disappoint, with Chris Holmes' killer guitar and Blackie Lawless's unmistakable voice make this album stand the test of time. Kicking things off with I Wanna Be Somebody, followed by the other standout track Love Machine, will get you headbanging along. But the hidden gem for me of this album is The Flame. At number 7 we have Animalize by Kiss, the band's 12th studio album, but only the second without makeup. Kiss really have gotten into the 80s glam sound by this point, with Mark St. John taking over on lead guitar. This album is filled with some catchy tunes, Heaven's on Fire, Thrills in the Night and the hidden gem Under the Gun. Probably one of the strongest 80s era Kiss albums. They also released a live video with this tour that will take you back to 1984, even if it is played a bit too fast. At number 6, Whitesnake's Slide It In. Slide It In is the British band's Changing of the Guard. Having released a UK version with the old lineup, David Coverdale re-recorded it in the US with a new lineup, including the mighty John Sykes, who's most well known for his work on the 1987 album. But this is where it started, bringing life to the dated UK version. Standout tracks are the title track and Slow and Easy, filled with elegant innuendo from the Yorkshire wordsmith. But the hidden gem for me is Love Ain't No Stranger. At number 5, Dokken, Tooth and Nail, the second studio album by Dokken, but even at this point tensions were high between singer Don Dokken and guitar superstar George Lynch, who could not be in the studio together because of clashing egos. Though this might be an issue for some bands, the talent shone through as they produced massive hits including Into the Fire, Alone Again and When Heaven Comes Down. The hidden gem though for me is Just Got Lucky, the tale of how falling in love can fall apart. Add this to your playlist today. At number 4, Out of the Cellar by LA fashion rockers Ratt. The debut studio album by the LA Rockers. After selling out the clubs on the Sunset Strip, Ratt hit the charts with this monster album. The unique vocals of Stephen Pearcy making any Ratt song instantly stand out. Packed with hits like the mighty Round and Round, Back for More and Lack of Communication. Ratt became instant superstars when the video for Round and Round got played continuously on MTV. My hidden gem though for this album is She Wants Money. Number 3 we have Powerslave by Iron Maiden. This has got to be my favourite incarnation of Eddie. The Egyptian themed album cover and tour is a visual spectacle, but the music is even better, with massive hits such as Aces High and 2 Minutes to Midnight. The tour was epic and even had a live album and video, Live After Death. You'll want to watch it twice though, once for the visual and once for the music. But the hidden gem for me is the Rime of the Ancient Mariner closing off the album. At number 2 we have Metallica's Ride the Lightning. The Godfathers of Thrash follow up Kill 'Em All with 47 minutes of music that changed metal forever. The machine gun riffs of James Hetfield, the shredding solos of Kurt Hammett, and the pounding rhythm section of Lars and Cliff make this a metal classic, filled with massive tracks such as For Whom the Bell Tolls, Creeping Death and the epic Fade to Black. Apparently wrote about some stolen gear. The album is all killer and no filler, but the hidden gem for me is Trapped Under Ice. And at number 1, the mighty Van Halen with 1984's 1984. This was the last studio album though from the original lineup. But what an album! This was their jump from being rock gods to taking on the mainstream, with their radio-friendly hits like Jump, where Eddie Van Halen showed he was not only a guitar god, but he was also a wizard on the keyboards. The song Panama is packed with David Lee Roth's tongue-in-cheek lyrics, not knowing if he's singing about a car, a woman or a city, or it could be all three. The ripping intro to Hot for Teacher, song about every schoolboy's fantasy. The album is packed with Eddie Van Halen's unmistakable brown sound. Unfortunately, this was the last album from the original four, but if you're gonna break up, do it with a bang. The hidden gem for me though is House of Pain, an old club song revamped. R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen. So there we have it, that's why 1984 was a great year for rock. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell, and tune in next time for more content from the Rock Crew.